Sade wants to say something briefly. We have several questions here.
There was a phrase that resonated, but we didn't do it. It started with responsibility. And when Mrs. Adiola said, life is hard, you know, a lot of people nodded their heads, especially men, which is, we're talking about responsibility and we're saying, life is hard. Mrs. Adenowo also said it jokingly. You see, for the men, yes, life is hard. What if you, how many men here were born in Ikoyi? In Ikoyi? Everybody has a past. Life will always be hard.
We're Christians, we don't say that.
When school fees, the private school I went to was 60 naira per term. It was tough like that. That 60 naira is your 1 million naira today. Tomorrow, life will be hard. And it is the same. It is the same man.
We understand what you mean.
You know, it is the same man.
See what I'm putting up with.
So life is hard is not an excuse. God will give the ability for you to overcome it. And it will always happen. I mean, when we married, we didn't have air conditioners in our house.
Oh, we prophesied to every open hole and it came.
Yes, we prophesied to every single open hole and the air conditioners came. You know, so don't worry, men. We will live to be real men. Irrespective of what we will be real men. The younger ones, you will be real men.
Okay, we have some questions here, and I would like to take this. Why do men cheat and pretend to love their wives? How many love? Okay, man wants to answer the question. Why do men cheat and pretend to love their wives? You can answer the A part and not the B part.
Because every girl today says, every typical Nigerian girl will tell you that her husband is going to cheat. Even single girls are already saying, they're conditioning their mind and saying that their husband is going to cheat, so they've accepted it.
And which is why, okay, they tell us that since you're going to cheat anyway, I'd rather marry somebody that when you cheat and I'm angry, you will send me to Singapore, and you will beg me. I won't try poor man. That after he finishes cheating, I can't even, God to possess what he needs to use to beg me. You mean,
Okay, a few months ago, I was called for an Only Women's Conference where I had to answer this question. And I first told my wife about it, and I asked a couple of people on Facebook, because I used to be somebody who cheated on my wife. So being called to the question, I had to think very hard about it as to why we did what we did. And there are certain things that I pointed out first and foremost. I thought very hard about it, and I said that people didn't understand this. But I said that first, men do it because they want to. Okay? Now, secondly, they do it because they do not understand the implication of what they are doing from a spiritual perspective. Right. Totally, they don't understand it, they don't get it at all. Next, they also do it, right? Because they look for an excuse as to why they are doing it. It's been made. Are there men who do not cheat on their wives? Absolutely. I stand here to tell you that for years I have not thought of it, I have not touched, I have not cheated on my wife for well over 10 years now. So yes, absolutely they exist. They exist. But there are certain things that you have to understand as to why. And the first and most basic principle of it is that a man does not understand where he stands spiritually. And when you don't understand where you stand spiritually, cheating becomes easy. Totally. When you don't understand what your seed is about, and the power with which God has given to you over that seed, you scatter it. And if you go back into the Bible and you understand, see, a man was cursed totally because he scattered his seed. Total. What caused him? Just because he scattered his seed. So when you start reading and you understand first of all from the spiritual perspective, and we're not going to go spiritual today, and we're going to talk about issues where you cannot separate the identity of a man and the identity of a spiritual input. In the Nigeria of our times today, you find that yes, there are men that cheat, and that's true. But they really do it because, as I said, they don't understand their spiritual standing. And until I began to read and search scripturally as to where a man stood and what God's actual perspective was for men and sexual relationships, my goodness, I dare no man just spend, if you spend 30 days, in fact, that's too long. If you spend 7 days, looking through the Bible as to what God says about sexual relationships outside of marriage and the responsibility for the man, you'll be afraid. And if you pass in your spirit and you get up and you do it, you understand the curses that come upon you for that. And you start wondering why things don't work. Why there is a C-pipe, an open pipe in everything that you do. As much as you are progressing, so many things are disappearing. There's so many curses that follow it. And when I began to understand this, it changed my life completely. You will go, you will rise, but you'll be losing. You can't go far. So for men, I would advise, I had to do it. Go through the Bible, just highlight every single place that God talks about sex and about man and the man's responsibility for his home. It will change your perspective completely.
I think we should celebrate Tony more than that. It takes a real man to say, this is the way I used to do it and it does not pay. You know, I have a complete panel. And I'm into a complete panel. So it will be that you don't know how sweet it is, that's why you're still whatever. What will you say someone does not have? And he says, don't do that. It does not pay. You understand? Mr. Sonny, what to say? I'm going to throw this question to the crowd.
I think I'm with Toyin, and I think the response that he gave takes us back to where we started. Every other reason that a man gives for cheating is an excuse, and it amounts to irresponsibility. So the man can blame his wife, he can blame temptation, he can blame this or that. But
I hear like men like variety, because people are sounding very ridiculous.
It doesn't even exist. It doesn't.
All women the same. It doesn't. No, because they tell you can't be eating rice every day.
Where did they read it?
I don't know. It's not the tell. I'm not the man.
So it is irresponsible.
They will give us the answer to that rice. Or I'll ask Colonel Adobe retired. I will ask you. I'll come in. Okay. I'm eating rice every day.
Can I give the answer to variety? Because we used to hear that variety is the spice of life. And we participated in the variety. It didn't take us anywhere. So, can I tell them what I did? I can tell them. So I sat down. I said, but I have a God that answers prayers. So I said to my God, I said, Lord, please, do me one favor. Every single time that I touch my wife, let it be as if it was the first time.
The real answer.
No, I'm telling you. I'm speaking about you. And I test this here. So I made that prayer, and believe me, every single time. In fact, it's the one morning now.
So we're giving you real solutions. Rice every day. We promised you real men, real issues, real solutions. Cornell is doing his best not to look at me, but it's not working. Please, can you help me to give His Excellency Cornell Adobe the mic to tell us why we shouldn't or why we should? You can give it to us on the post perspective. I have altar boys in the first row, I know. So please just tell us what you feel.
Tony has said it, there's no perfection. We're all made of flesh. And we are as soon after our first parents, Adam and Eve, committed a mortal sin. We are all mortal. So we, every day, we go through temptation. There is nobody who doesn't go through temptation. But you're talking about why you can men cheat on your wife. We can look at it from different perspectives. Part of it may be, they probably have, it may be a psychological, it may be a complex thing, it might be something deeper than that, and that is where I want to talk about. Just lack of material life, and that is spiritual development. Because when I was going to Tony, if you read the Bible, and what God talks about the body being the temple of the Holy Spirit, go back to creation. When God created the world, on the sixth day, and they said God saw everything was good. In spite of all the goodness of God, but God realized that man was not happy. And he said, God, I think on the seventh day, created Eve out of the side of Adam. And so, Eve is a creation of Adam, that is your body being taken out of you, and being made to give you, to live with you for the rest of your life. And God went on, from everything that God did, he saw that it was good. And like Tonya said, Christ is today, tomorrow, and forever. The two parties are supposed to complement each other. And whatever we do, if you don't have a spiritual life and the fear of God in you, and the hope which is supposed to be the foundation of this society, that is where we are as a country, where we are today. And it's going to take the challenges we're having in the world with the issue of same-sex marriage, all kinds of things that are being pumped up into the media. If you don't have the unity of life, which is yourself and your wife communicating, respecting yourself, not just physically but spiritually, your family formation is flawed from the womb.
Can we give it a hand? Could you tell us? The churches tell us to submit to our husbands, that they are the head and the priest of our homes. What if you are not married to a strong leader? That means someone I don't think I should submit to. What if you are not married to that priest? What if you are a strong partner? How should a strong Christian woman who is touching you? Why should I submit to somebody who is ID? Closing remarks.
Well, it's very complicated when people get into the blame game. That personality saw that man as a weak man at the point he decided to go. So it's not new news. And it was a conscious choice that you made. So what happened? People must learn to take responsibility. You can't take responsibility halfway in the game or towards the end and say, oh, all of a sudden this guy is weak. But then there's a place for partnership. And I think that is the understanding that we all must have. When I got married to my wife, she was born again, I wasn't. And that did not make me weaker. But my understanding of God and the things of God was at that common place where, we could always meet and then move. So progressively, you find yourself moving. And, if you go through the Word of God, there isn't hierarchy in the Spirit. It is ranking. And that's why you have it side by side. So if you have a partner and you believe your partner is not as nourished spiritually or otherwise, then the question is, what have you done? Because even your own attitude, we are the epistles that people will read. If you are that woman, a Proverbs 31 woman, that is able to submit, and submission is not being the fool. Submission is being wise, the wise woman that builds her home. There are two kinds of women, one that builds and the one that destroys. But it just takes one split second when you decide to look outward rather than looking inward. Because everything you need, every ingredient to build is always inside. It's from the rubble that you build the mansion.
So in one word, you should submit to the man.
That's it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, mind what I said, there is no organism that has two heads. If you give birth to a baby with two heads, they don't leave the hospital. You understand? So no matter what, God has graced a man to lead. It is not an excuse that the man is weak. There is some, even if he's weak, God will grace him, will give him what he needs to lead that his own particular ship of state where it should go. Because God understands that the mantle of leadership must rest upon the man, and he blesses him to lead the woman no matter how strong the woman is. And I realized that, of course, strong women are usually married to men that don't appear as strong, perhaps, as them. But that is because power is nothing without control. So no matter how strong you are, you must submit. Submission is what? Wisdom, not foolishness. Closing remarks, Mr. Adenowo. As a young lady, this is the wrong question for me to ask this. I know we've been together. After a while, you know what to say. You finish each other's sentences. As a young lady, you meet a young man that you like. He's a graduate, but he hasn't gotten a job. He likes me, and he asks for financial assistance. Is it wrong?
he likes you, and he asks for financial assistance.
Yes.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that. You don't even know each other so well yet. So why is he even asking you for financial assistance? You know, there are two aspects to it. You're not even sure yet whether he's 419. Is he fly by night? You don't even know yet. It reminds me of when I was courting my wife, and I think she wanted to travel, and when she was coming back, it was going to get close to when we were going to get married. I had just a mattress I was sleeping on, you know, but she already, I don't know why, she had some a bed or two bed or two.
I told you I was a Lagos speaker.
You know, that the carpenter was making. And she said,
just to prepare for, you know, when you are praying, you know, you walk and pray. So I was making furniture that one day the man will come for this furniture.
So she said that before she comes back, I mean, I can go to the carpenter or furniture maker, get the beds and put them in the house. And I looked at her like, I don't need go and take your bed, put in my house. It can't happen. You know, and that was the attitude. In the background, whatever you want to call it, I'm an economist, I'm from Ijebu, and I'm a background. So I guess, and I'm a Christian. I've learned to bear my responsibilities. You know, so I think I've answered that question. But what I would like to say for the young men who are entertaining fear, they've been in the crowd, they've asked questions, God will give you the ability to bear those responsibilities. Just have faith.
Thank you very much, Mr. A.